Oh man. Good evening, guys. This is KLBELVIN. Just wanted to give you a look at my latest books, Lukewarm Saint, Inspirational Fiction, and Soul of a Man. Inspirational anthology, 17 brothers laying it down, giving you an idea of what writing from the black diaspora is all about. But that's not why I'm scoping tonight. I am scoping tonight because I got to give a shout out to my brother Otis Bellinger for inviting me to come and speak at Wayne State University for the Building Better Men conference. I will be there speaking. I am the featured speaker, one of the featured speakers, and I am excited to be there with the Building Better Relationships. And he just did a scope. It blew my mind. He was showing the stage that I was going to be speaking on. And when he said KL, that was one of the times I wish I could actually have yelled out through the scope. I couldn't even type fast enough because when I saw those empty seats and my mind started envisioning all those seats being filled with brothers and sisters listening to me attempt to help them build better relationships. Oh my gosh, that was excited. I want to take one quick moment because off the subject, I cannot forget. I have I'll get to that in a second. I want to get to that in a second. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna tweak that a little bit later. But I just want to say, anything that's working towards strengthening relationships, I'm about. With it being 2016, one of my strong focuses was to find a way to help build relationships, especially in the urban community, because relationships are hurting and hurting badly. And we got to find a way. Let me see if I can bring that down. There we go. If we can find a way to fix that. And I don't just want to talk about it. And I wanted to actually do that. Grad school starts for me on Monday. I'm working on a degree in human services with a specialization in counseling and ministry because I want to be able to offer more to the brothers and sisters that I work with. So Brother Bellinger, I just want to say thank you. I look forward to it. I appreciate you offering to have me come in. I listen, what can I say? I enjoyed our conversation the other day on the phone, and I like the direction that it's for relationships because we can't exclude our women because the women are as important to this whole thing. And so my lovely wife will be with me, and man, listen, we're going to do it. We're going to do it big, and I'm going to give what I got. I'm going to change somebody's life June 3rd at Wayne State University in Detroit. I've never been in Detroit before. So Brother Bellinger has had me come in, and I am taking advantage of this opportunity because I want I want to know that I helped change someone's life, that I actually gave something to somebody and they walked away and saying, you know what, I want some of that of what he was speaking about, or I'm going to go get some of what he was speaking about. My lovely wife will be there with me, and you can't get any better than that. To be somewhere attempting to build relationships and be able to show that in your own relationships. So shout out to Brother Bellinger. And if you're just tuning in or watching on the replay, my name is KLBELVIN. I am an author, poet, speaker, mentor, father, husband, publisher, man of God. I wear a lot of hats, but all those hats are connected with trying to help others and do for others. And so this year is going to be filled with me traveling and doing different things. Now, let me just put this on the table. February 25th, 6th, and 7th, I will be in Napa Valley, California, because I will be helping and supporting my sister Stephanie C. Harper with the Quintessential Queens, another conference and retreat designed on building the young ladies. And so as one of the kings that was invited to speak, I will be there imparting what I know, what I think, to try to build the women up. And my hope there is that women will go away with something that is going to help them go home and be the queen that they should be. And so hopefully in meeting a king that is going to respect them, love them, and hopefully help teach them, they can go home and be that woman that God made them to be that queen that God designed them to be. And so shout out to Stephanie C. Harper for inviting me to be part of her panel. I can't wait. Making all my arrangements now, getting everything together for February. We're flying out to Napa Valley, California, never been. So this is going to be the year where I'm hitting places that I've never been and following up on the invites from people that I care about. So shout out to Stephanie C. Harper. Check out the Quintessential Queens page on Facebook to get all the information. The spots are closing quickly. But now, hey, it's KL. This is my little queen here. Come here, baby doll. This is one of the reasons why I'm going to Detroit. One of the reasons I'm going to Detroit. One of the reasons why I'm going to Napa Valley. One of the reasons why I do what I do. This lovely queen right here. What's up, baby doll? You say hello?
Hello.
Say hi. What's your name?
KL.
KL. So I'm big KL. You little KL, huh? Yeah, but this is my little queen, guys. And so this is what it's about. This is, thank you, Mommy. You can't play with Daddy's mouth while I'm talking. Then I can't talk. But listen, this is what it's about. And so, honestly, please share. Appreciate the hearts. Please share this with the other people on your page, on Twitter. Ow, 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 ow. Thank you. Also, I appreciate the hearts. You see the little hearts? You see the little hearts? Stop that, girl. Go to Mommy. And so, yes, this is what it's about. Now, if you want to learn a bit about me, you can do a Google search. Will bring up a lot of what I'm doing. It's my lovely wife, T. Braxton Belvin. She travels with me wherever I go. She is my, not just a helpmate. When I'm not sure if I did well enough, she is real. If it wasn't, she'll tell me. And if it was, she will. And I don't like to travel when I don't have my wife with me because... You can't see my face? How's that? Can you see me now? It froze? Yeah. You can't see me? I'm frozen right now. Oh, you got to log out and log in. If you can see my face, please let me know if you can't see my face. Oh, you can see my face now? All right. I mean, I got to hit the barbershop. That's tomorrow morning. But anyway, yes, it's all about building relationships. I had dedicated myself from 2016 on to really only doing scopes. Thank you so much. Really only doing scopes on relationships, the literary field, which is what I do, as well as education, because I am a teacher and I have been a teacher for 20 years. But I have intertwined all of my hats that they all feed off of each other. And so when I'm doing my thing as an author, I'm still doing my thing as a teacher. When I'm doing my thing as a poet, I'm still doing my thing as a man of God and as a father. When I'm doing my thing as a publisher, I'm still doing all those things. Everything is intertwined for me. So when individuals that I enjoy watching and listening to invite me to come, I'm coming. And I'm going to come and hopefully leave somebody with something that they go away saying, I want some of that. I'm going to go get some of that. I am going to build that, because relationships have to be built just like a house. And a house needs a firm foundation. You know, God talks about the man who places his house on sand. We know what happens. Soft foundation can't last. So when you build a relationship on firm foundation, when the two of you are intertwined and connected, and it's rooted into something like for my wife and I in the Lord, then we know our foundation is solid. And we've been tested. We have been tested. And the good thing about each test, we've come through it together. That little girl you just seen is the product of a test that we went through. And so what I do as a publisher is to help other individuals to find their dreams of being published. But it took me the courage of me saying, well, I'm going to start a business to do that. I had to lay out a lot of money that I wasn't sure if I was going to get back. And I don't even know if I've gotten it back, but I've helped other people. I've helped authors realize their dream. I've helped readers get to know authors that they probably would have never got to read from, as well as it's helped me in putting out my own work. I'm also part of 2 anthologies, and let me just show you something. The newest anthology is Soul of a Man. That's this book right here. And this is actually Soul of a Man 2. Soul of a Man 2 is the second book that I am a part of. And the first one was 14 men of color who wrote inspirational stories of men overcoming negative situations through our faith. This one is 17 men of color who just decided to lay down what they see from their point of view, their experiences. My story in the book is called My Father I Am. It talks about my father and I reconnecting or connecting for the first time after 39 years. I think that you'll really enjoy it, as well as you'll enjoy the other 16 authors who laid it down for you. This has been a big year for me. I'm going hard. And if I wasn't for grad school, I would be on every corner, on every social website. I'd be in every state if possible, doing a 50-state tour. But right now, I got to focus on grad school because the degree is more important to what I'm doing in the future. And my books are going to accompany me in doing that. But Quintessential Queens in February. Building Better Men in June. Literary Luncheon in March in North Jersey. But actually, if you go to my website, www.bravenpublishing.com, all of my stops will be there. I actually had to update my calendar. I actually had to take it down because I was having a problem. So within this week, all of my dates will be up on my calendar for you to check out. But that is my website, www.bravenpublishing.com. You can also check me out on Facebook, author KLBELVIN. Actually, KLBELVIN. Google Plus, on Twitter, KLBELVIN. And let me run down the titles of my book. My first book, Poetry, A Man in Transition. Poetry from a man whose focus had changed. My second book, From Gigolo to Jesus, is my memoir. It is my personal testimony where I lay down all the dirt about my life, how I went from being a misogynistic whore to being a loving husband and man of God. And that transition wasn't easy. A lot of bumps and bruises and a lot of apologies that I don't know if they hit home. I think many of them fell on deaf ears, but all I could do is offer. If they don't want it, there's nothing I could do. Again, if you're listening, please drop some hearts on this because I don't see any hearts going up. Thank you so much. Let's go. Drop some hearts on this. Also share with other people that need to listen. And my third book is Lukewarm Saint. Lukewarm Saint is an inspirational fictional story about a young man, a teacher, who's torn between the lust that he has for women and his lust for the flesh and a feeling his spirit is kind of getting at him saying something's wrong. He's got two friends, one saying, man, bed down every woman that you can, and one saying you need to turn your life over to the Lord. He has a mother and grandmother that's trying to convince him, please don't be like your father and grandfather. So then the real question becomes, what does it take for a man to change? And the premise of the book is basically, how long can you tempt fate? How long can you tempt the Lord before he makes a decision for you? And as I was told a long time ago by my grandmother, you pull on the devil's tail long enough, he's going to turn around. And now what are you going to do? So the book is designed to create conversation. And the early feedback on Lukewarm Saint that dropped a couple weeks ago, people are liking it. And I'm excited because I stepped out of my comfort zone to write a fictional novel, which I didn't know if I could get it done. And so far, the feedback has been great. And I'm excited by it. And so I really just want to say to everybody watching, look for me in various places. If you need me to come and speak at your church, your organization, your school, hit me up. Let's talk. If you need me to talk to me or a consultation, I can do private consultations. We can do it right here on Periscope. We can do it on any. Hey, what's up? Oh, what's going on, brother? Oh, my fellow author brother. How's it going, brother? Appreciate you stopping by. If you need private consultation, we can set up something. You can order my books from my website. And the reason why I say go to my website, Tiff, if you're on, drop my website on the scope. The reason why I say go to my website is because a lot of authors do not say this, and they need to say it. Amazon and Barnes & Noble are a great place to buy books, except they hold independent authors hostage. They take 55% from me before I even start. And then what they do is they can lower the price from the retail price. You believe you're getting a great deal, and you are, but the author is the one catching it. So we don't really make that much money, but they figure, you know what? We're allowing you to reach millions, so you should be quiet and take it. So definitely stop by my website. Also, let me tell you this. Tiff, you can put this in the scope too. If you use the discount code Lukewarm, if you're buying 2 or more books, if you use the discount code Lukewarm, you will get a 20% discount on your purchase. All right? I always want to give folks an opportunity to get the book. So if you use the discount code Lukewarm, you will get a 20% discount on orders of 2 or more books. So no matter how many books you get after 2, you will still get 20% off your order. And this way, I can get the books out to you and get your feedback, because this is what it's about. There we go. And see, that's my lovely wife. I couldn't be the man I am without her in my life, and I would not be the man that I am without God and that lovely woman behind me. And that's the reason why I'm going to Napa Valley to speak at Quintessential Queens. That's why I'm going to Detroit to speak about building relationships, because relationships, strong relationships are possible. Brother Floyd, how we doing today, man? Thank you so much. Is that only for Amazon? Barnes & Noble too, man. Actually, all of the third-party sites have like the same hold up. They hold authors up because they're basically like, look, we're allowing you to reach millions. That doesn't mean that you're going to sell to millions. And the reason why they do it is they're able to then offer a lower price than the bookstores. And so folks gravitate to it. Now, it's a necessary evil for independent authors. Okay, cool. Actually, I got to get started on book number 2 to Lukewarm Saint. It's actually Lukewarm Saint 2, Fox in the Hen House. But you're not going to understand what that means until you read book number 1 and book number 2. And I'm writing the books to stand on their own. So I'm not writing the books to try to lead you to book number 2. If I don't ever finish book number 2, you will enjoy book number 1 by itself. And from Gigolo to Jesus, listen, I just put my dirt out there. I just felt like sitting down and putting out how I went from being a whore to a loving husband. It wasn't easy. I made a lot of mistakes. I screwed up one marriage. I've apologized, but you know, how many sorries can you give a person that you treated dirty? All you can be is say I'm sorry and leave it alone. And she's the mother of my children, so I'll never speak bad about it. All I can do is pray for her and pray that any peace that comes from any thoughts of me is there. Have to be willing to be transparent. Then we're not honoring the faith that we claim if we're not. And I'm a man of faith, and men of faith have to be transparent, because people who are not sure if a movement towards faith is the move, they need to be able to see themselves and see God through you, and you have to be transparent. That is why former addicts become the best counselors, because once they put it out there what they used to do, then it allows people who are doing it to come to the forefront. And when you read From Gigolo to Jesus, I defy any man to read it and not see some part of himself in it, because there's one chapter I'm going to tell you right now. I'll give you this. I'm not going to give away the whole book, but I wrote a chapter on abortions. And I'm not proud of what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway because it's in the book. It's public record. I was a part of 25 miscarriages and abortions. I'm not excited by it. I'm not honored by it. And I wrote that my feelings about those was excitement, because it meant I didn't have those responsibilities. I never thought of the damage that I was doing to society, to the women, and anything else. I was only thinking about myself. And the destructive force of an ignorant man is so it's so ridiculous that I sit back and I wish I could go back and make changes. But if I make those changes, I may not be the man I am today. And so all I can do now is try to protect women from men like I used to be. So I give out the trade secrets. I talk about the type of lies that men are going to use and whatever, with my hope that when sisters hear it, and then they hear the foolishness that some men are going to try to kick. And yes, and I hope that they do. And so far they have, brother. And put your links up to your books, because I have no problem with sharing, because I believe what's for me is for me, and what's for you is for you, and God is going to take care of all of us. Please put your links up for your books. Please put the titles up of your books. And that's another thing that anybody watching, do not try to hold it all for yourself. You have to give back. You are actually, when you give back to others, you become what God intended you to be. You cannot try to hold everything to yourself. Shout out to Otis Bellinger for feeling that way and deciding to reach out to me and asking me to come and be one of the featured speakers at his event. He could have said anybody. He could have asked anybody, but he asked me. So to honor that request, not only am I going to come to Detroit, I'm going to make sure I leave an impression in Detroit. So someone says, Brother Otis, you need to have that brother come back, because I owe it to him for inviting me to come. It is never about the money. Because the crazy part is, I know people that the first thing out of their mouth is, how much am I getting paid? Okay, we're professionals. Yes, we would expect to get paid. But sometimes you got to say, if it's enough, that's enough. Let's go. But regardless, if you are paid, you go hard. You go hard simply because somebody in that audience on June 3rd is going to say, my God, he's talking to me. Maybe. Somebody in that audience in February 26th, is going to say, my God, he's explaining to me. He's explaining my life. And that is what we have to realize. And that's the power that we have, authors that may be on this page, that may be listening on replay. The power that you have in the books that you write is that somebody's going to take the time out and read your book. You want someone who reads your book to close it and go, my God, he was speaking to me. My God, that's my brother. That's my husband. That's my boyfriend. That's whatever. Or if they don't, you need to check yourself. That means you're not reaching inside here, reaching inside your chest, your heart, and bringing your words from there. Often we try to bring it from here, which is cool. bring it from here. And actually, the motto of my company is Brave in Publishing, writing from the heart the way it should be. Because that's what it's about. And so, guys, again, I just want to say thank you. If you've been watching, I'll go back and check the analytics and get to everybody and reach out to everyone to say hello. Please share this. Thank you for the hearts. Please share this with your followers. Please share this on Twitter. February 25th, 6th, 26th, 7th, and 8th. Napa Valley, California. Stephanie C. Harper. Go to the Quintessential Queens page on Facebook. You will see her information. It is a conference and retreat to restore women, to build women up. January 3rd, Building Better Men. The website is buildingbettermen.org. Check out my brother Otis Bellinger. If you're not following him on Periscope here, you're making a mistake, because the brother keeps it real. And the one thing that caught my attention when I started following Otis was that he said, I am not attempting to be the most popular. He wants to mobilize. And I had to take a second to think about what he was saying there. And when he was saying about mobilization, once we get moving, we are a dangerous force. Once you take educated folks and let them link arms, and they start to build, and they start to reinforce each other, you become a weapon. And I think that's always been the fear of those that would like to keep people apart, because you start to see that when great minds gravitate to each other, they become dangerous when they get together. Well, I'm going to be dangerous because I'm going to keep aligning myself with people of a higher level, my own level a little higher, and then I'm going to reach back and grab those who are on a lower level, and we're going to lock arms until somebody admits what we're doing is the right thing to do. And starting with relationships, for me, is the right way to go about it, because relationships is the key. We talk about the days gone by. One of the things that we always talk about in the days gone by is the way relationships used to be. We see it in movies. We hear it in older music, that the relationship was the foundation of so much. Well, how are we missing that? Also, somebody that you need to check out. My girl, Dr. Melinda Harper. Oh, my God, a prophet to her husband. She's another one that's building stronger marriages, building stronger relationships. She's asking wives to be a benefit to their husbands. So I align myself with people who understand what I'm trying to do. And in our own lanes, we're actually forming a wall. And in each lane, with each person who's in their lane, and by doing what we do, we make it very difficult for people to slip by one of us. You might get by a few, you won't get by all of us. And what we're doing, and what we're doing professionally, and what we're doing spiritually, it is our hope that we are honoring God in what we do and what we're attempting to build. So I don't hide the fact that I'm a man of God. Actually, I don't even have my cross on tonight. You know what? Now that I said that, man, I feel more comfortable. I'm going to put my cross on because I don't understand. Yes, I keep my cross with me at all times. Yes, that is a gigantic cross. I have big hands, so you can see I have a gigantic cross that I wear around my neck, because I don't sugarcoat who I am. I am a man of God. I don't step away from that. I don't shy away from that. I don't care if it costs me business. The title of my second book is called From Gigolo to Jesus. I was once told by a woman, you should change that title, because by saying Jesus, you're going to offend some people and they may not want to buy your book. You know what? So be it. Because if I have to change the name of what I believe in, then I don't need to be selling it. So Jesus has stayed on that title, that cover, and I have changed lives because of my book. I just had a conversation with a brother yesterday who said to me, KL, I can't believe when I was reading your book that it was speaking to, I thought you was writing about my life. I said, no, brother, because so many of us have lived the same way, filthy. It just seems that way. And appreciate the hearts. I love them. Keep them coming. And so that's what I do. And that's why I refuse to change the title of my book. And my second book, Lukewarm Saint, was designed to get folks talking. But in the end, it's really talking about how long can we tempt fate? How long can we tempt God and do the things that we know is wrong? See, the one thing I've learned as an educator when I have dealt with kids, and I was a dean for many years, that most students already knew they were wrong before they sat down with me. My job was to get them to admit it, so when I gave them the consequences, there wasn't a whole lot of conversation necessary. So that was my goal when you first sat down, is why did you do it? Or tell me what you did. And in real life, there's so many of us right now that have strong spiritual foundations, but yet we still do what we want to do. How can we do that? And at some point, so again, this is what I do, and this is what I'm attempting to do, And I am trying to surround myself, align myself, and work with people who are looking to build better people, looking to help others, looking to save lives. It is not easy because it's not the most profitable thing. There's no money in helping people. I'm going to tell you right now. Most people won't support you. Most people don't buy my books because they come up with whatever excuses. Most people won't attend conferences and other things that they don't feel is going to excite them. But yet they'll stand out in the cold for Michael Jordans. They'll stand out in the cold to go on a turnaround, to go gamble and come back home, or to go shopping, or go to the club and do whatever. All that's cute. You spend $300 for bottle service for a bottle that only costs $30, but because you can drink it in the 40-40 club, you think you did something. All you did was make the owner rich and you go home broke. Whereas in helping someone, not only are you trying to save their lives, you're helping the lives of the people that's connected to that individual. And I don't just talk it. Like I said, my graduate degree that I'm studying right now, my second master's degree, mind you, is in human services. My first master's degree is in curriculum writing, assessment, and teaching. I could have got a degree in being a principal, but I didn't want to be a principal. I wanted to rewrite curriculum because I wanted to change the lives of future students that I was going to come in contact with. Unfortunately, the Department of Education here in New York City wasn't about to let me through the door. So unfortunately, I've been meeting with resistance. Applied for 12 jobs, never even called back once. Okay. God said not right now. Uh-oh, look who's here. It's my queen. Come here, darling. Come here, darling.
Hi.
There she go. The excitable KL. That's little KL. I'm big KL. And I'm K.L. That is K-A-Y. She is not that. She is. Tiff, was she playing in the bleach or something?
No. Well, yeah.
Did you clean up?
I did.
Get that. What's in her hair? Get that. You got to take it. Yes, I just smelled it.
No, she just...
Scope just took a whole different turn. Daughter playing with antiseptic wipes. So I'll be scoping from the hospital in about 20 minutes. But anyway, no. Seriously. I just want to say thank you to everyone that's on. And I appreciate you taking the time out with me. This is supposed to be a short scope. But you know what? Again, I want to say thank you to everyone that supports me. And as I said before, there's no money in help. There's no money in going out and trying to relieve people of the pains that they suffer. There's actually money in creating the pains and money in curing the pains. But they want to cure the pains with medication. They want to cure the pains with other things. They want to cure the pain by keeping people doped up on foolish television and other things like that. But I'm not for that. I'm going to continue. Thank you so much for the hearts. I so appreciate it. I'm going to continue to help others because if I get there first, I'll hold that door open for you. But what I ask is if you get there before me because I helped you, don't forget me. That's all I can do. After that, I have to let you go and trust that you got my best interest when you get there. But I understand you got to do for you first. I'm not mad by that. If I can push you forward and you can get there and get that door open for me, now I can see it, I got a little extra motivation. And I'm going to do the same. When I get there, I'll come back and get you. Because I might have to let you go for a little bit just to get me there. But I'm explaining to you why. And we need to have better conversations with each other so we start to learn how real support is supposed to work. I may need to let you go get help while I stay right here because I might not be able to keep up at the pace that you keep. So it might be better for me to stay right here, let you do, and then come back. But most of us are not brave enough to do that because we think someone's going to take advantage of us. We're scared that we're going to be used and treated badly and that we're not going to get our fair share. But yet we call out to God every day. Well, which is it? If you believe God's your back, if you believe God has your back, let that person rock. Let that person do them. Watch how the Lord rewards you. You know, Facebook, I'm going to end with this. Facebook has a wonderful feature where they show you what went on in your past and what you posted. I came across a post that I put up in 2009 where I was under fire from a principal who was doing everything she could to fire me. And I was reading the post and I went back and looked at the blog post that I put up, that I didn't put up, that someone put up about what was going on in my school and how I was under attack when I used to be this person's friend. And that was 2009. We're talking about 6 years ago, going on 7. And one of the final things that I posted was, Somebody had posted, well, she won't last too long. She'll get fired. And one of the things that I posted was, I'm going to ride this out because I know God has something better for me. Well, let me show you this. 6 years later, she's long been fired. And I'm going to be speaking in Napa Valley in February. And I'm going to be speaking in Detroit in June. And I'm going to be speaking in March in New Jersey. And I'm going to be in Chicago in July. And I'm going to be in Delaware moving in at the end of this school year. So God looked over me then, he's looking over me now. So don't believe when you're under attack by anyone, no matter how negative it may seem. You hold your faith. God will take you to a different place, because look where I am now. Now, I'm not gloating. And I'm not excited that she lost her job. I'm just pointing out pure fact. She no longer holds that position of power over me, and I am still employed. I am still owning my own business, but I am 3 times better than I was in terms of the published books. I'm in a better position this year than I have in other years with the events that I have lined up already. And I'm about to move my family from New York City to Delaware to basically start all over with a new life. And why do I feel comfortable with stepping out on that ledge? Because I've never stopped trusting God. And when you start trusting God to that point that he becomes the foundation along with your significant other, there's nothing that can happen to you. And that is what I'm bringing to the table when I come to wherever I am invited to speak. I want somebody to know anything that they wish and dream about can be possible if they first honor God and they do the things that they're supposed to. Also, that real relationships are out here, and you can have one and be in one, but you got to know what one looks like. You got to know what the cost is to have it, and you have to know what the cost is to keep it. And hopefully I'll be able to bring some of the information to explain all that. Hey guys, my name is KLBELVIN. I thank you for watching. If you need to reach me, my email is mainoffice@bravinpublishing.com. That's BRAVIN Publishing, bravinpublishing.com. My website is www.bravinpublishing.com. I am on Facebook, KLBELVIN, Twitter, KLBELVIN, Google+, KLBELVIN. You start to see the trend. My brand is connected to my name. And I just want to say to everyone that is watching, thank you. And again, if you go to my website and purchase 2 or more books, please use the discount code LUKEWARM. You will get a 20% discount on your purchase. So it's not just talk. It's about trying to give back. And if you need me to come and speak to your younger folks, your older folks, your marriage ministry, your singles ministry, your young men, older men ministry, come speak at your church. Let's talk. Let's sit down and put some things together. Sometimes people stay away because they go, well, I don't know how much you're going to charge. Well, you won't know till you speak to me. I'll work with you. Believe it or not, I'll work with you, because in the end, it's about getting the message out. And sometimes I take less just so I can get there. Just so I can sign some books, just so I can talk to some people and let them understand what I used to be and what I am now and how that transition happened. And it did not happen because of me. It happened because I allowed myself to learn who God was, to understand what role my wife played in my life. And then I held on tight. I grabbed on and said, okay, Lord, okay, Tip, how are we going to do this? Because I'm used to being a whore. I'm used to trying to bed down every woman that I could be with. So how is this going to work? How does monogamy work? And you know what I learned? You have to, like anything else, you have to fight. You have to dig in. You have to focus on things, not what you used to be, but on the things that can be and will be. You have to say to yourself, I am greater than my past. Why? Because you're right here. Exactly. You have to choose it. You also have to surround yourself with people who can undergird you, strengthen this, and when your body is weak, strengthen that. People who can be visions for you. You write your own vision. Right, Dr. Harper? Create your vision board and put it up where people can see it so you can actually go, hey, I can be that. Check out Dr. Harper. And that's another person if you're not. Thank you so much. If you're not following Dr. Melinda Harper, you need to. I'm going to tell you right now, she ain't playing no games. Women, you want to be that wife? Trust me, you need to follow her. So guys, listen, thank you so much for taking the time out listen to me. And again, make sure you follow me. Make sure you check me out. My new book, Lukewarm Saint, pick it up. Why? Because I'm an independent author who needs the support. Another reason why is because every dollar that I get from the books that I make go back into what I do. How do you think I'm traveling to California? How do you think I'm traveling to Detroit? Yes. Am I getting paid when I go to Detroit? Yes. But I still have to foot the bills to go. And I have no problem with that because to me, the mission is greater than the cost. Because if you chase money, and I said this the other day, make sure you do not steal my line, but I'll give it to you. If you chase the money, you miss the people. KLBELVIN 2016. I'll say it again. If you chase the money, you will miss the people. And I don't chase the money. Like even with Powerball. You know what I spent on Powerball? $5. Actually 10. My wife bought $5 worth. $10. Because I said, you know what? If I could turn $10 into 1.5 billion, I'm the man. But you wasn't going to get that much more from me because you know what? I wasn't going to spend my rent or money that I could spend on my family chasing fantasies. When I thought about it, since I've been teaching, I've made over close to $2 million. I was shocked when I sat and did the numbers. In the 20 years that I've been teaching, I have made over $2 million. So I've already been a millionaire. And most teachers that have put the time in have done the same thing. The question becomes is, did I get it in a lump sum? No. I did it over 20 years, but I changed lives over those 20 years. I got students that are grown now. Oh, real quick, I know I was getting on. My current school, one of the teachers who's been teaching 8 years, I was her teacher in junior high school. Another story. One of the children that I teach, he is the son of a young lady I taught in junior high school. So I was his mother's teacher. Yeah, I know the gray is real. But when a mother walks in and she's excited to see me and hugs me, and her son looks up and goes, Mom, why are you hugging my teacher like that? And she looks back at him and say, he was my teacher too. And he sees the excitement in her eyes. Then he knows that he's in the hands of somebody who cares about him. That's the power that so many teachers waste. And so many teachers don't understand. So I don't chase money. I chase people and trying to help them. And so it's going to be hard leaving this year, but I'm stepping out on faith and I'm walking away from a 20-year career to do something new. And that is why my new master's degree is in human services, because I want to help people. So I'm not just here talking to you about it. I'm doing it. And you could do it too. And I hope that somebody watching this decides, hello from Estonia, how you doing? I hope that somebody watching this decides that's what they want. Not to be me. Be better than me. Be the best you possible. Jump up from your couch, your work desk, whatever, and be whatever it is that you really wanted to be. And stop holding yourself back, because you know what? You'll be shocked. I know I am. There's times I run into students and they remember things that I don't even remember teaching. But they do. And I always, the one thing that I get is the smiles. They're smiling before they even walk up to me. I was in Applebee's and a kid said, hey, weren't you Mr. Belvin? I said, I still am Mr. Belvin. And he couldn't wait to tell his fiancée that was my teacher. I said, we in the same bar? So anyway, guys, listen, thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you so much for the hearts. Please make sure you tell people to come check me out. Please make sure that you buy my books. And I have no problem saying buy my books, because I know what I put into creating my books. And I know that you're going to enjoy the experience of one of my books. Because I don't put my name to something unless I believe it. And I damn sure don't put my name on something if I didn't put my heart or believe it's going to honor God. That's just me. So again, guys, I want you to have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. Remember, February 26th, 27th, Napa Valley, California. Literary Luncheon is March 19th in New Jersey. We're still working on April and May, might be South Carolina. June is Detroit Wayne State University, June 3rd. Hey, what's up? I saw you come on. I'm sorry. Yo, good. Yo, let me tell you something. My girl Sarah there is putting in work, hitting the track, she getting into work. And let me tell you something. You're a motivation to me, girl. And we've come a long way. And you know what? I tip my hat to you. And I'm so proud of you. I haven't seen you in a long time to say it, but I just want to tell you I'm so proud of you. And the things that you've overcome, girl, you got a story. You need to write a book. And I better be the one to publish it. But anyway, Wayne State University, June 3rd. The end of that month, it'll be, yes, we have. Absolutely Dover. I'm at an event there. Little girl, what's the matter? Come here. Come say bye-bye. Come say bye-bye to everybody. Come here while you're making all that noise. Come here. Come here, mama. Come here. Come on. Come on. You better bring your little spoiled butt over here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You making all that noise. Don't come over here with all that noise. Say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
So you just go from yelling? Look, say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
But you got to smile. Smile.
Mama.
Yeah, stop making all that noise.
Nice.
Yeah, you such a ham.
Bye-bye.
Yes, when I get the chance, I'll definitely your last scope. Okay. Send me share with me the link to it so that way I'll remember, because as soon as I jump off and put my little one to bed, I'll come back on and check it out and we can go from there. North Carolina's not on deck yet, but I tell you what, send me your information. Hold on, you just share. I tell you what, send me, I'll come and check you out. Actually, let me see. Tessa, I'll check it out. I'll figure out how I can do that. But yeah, North Carolina, no, I was, Spurs was supposed to reach out to me, but we haven't. But if you got somebody that wants to have me come and speak, let's set something up, because you know what? I am willing to drive. I don't like flying as much, not because I'm a big guy, because I like to just take my time when I'm driving. It gives me a chance to think about what I'm doing. But definitely hit me up. Main office at bravenpublishing.com. If you got somebody you want me to reach out in North Carolina, I got people. Oh, by the way, I'm so sorry. In Whiteville, North Carolina, one of the authors that we work with, Jovan Roseborough, is dropping his book January 30th. We published it. It's his second book through our company. He was our original author that signed with us. He is dropping his inspirational, fictional book somewhere between here and heaven. And it is going to be at the museum in Whiteville, North Carolina, January 30th. I believe it's from 4 to 7 or 6 to 9. But if not, just go to look up Jovan Roseborough on Facebook. He has his regular page and his literary page, and you'll see the information for North Carolina. Powerful young man. Check him out. And if you really want to see some interesting YouTubes, go to YouTube and YouTube Jovan Roseborough. You'll see he walked from North Carolina to Washington, D.C. to make a statement about young men. And we published his first book, and now we published his second. And I was in North Carolina. We did a conference. The video is on my YouTube page also. Look up KLBELVIN. And that was 2012. But I would definitely love to come back. If you got somebody you want me to reach out to, please just send me their email address, main office at bravenpublishing.com. I'll reach out. And if you got somebody that you, like I said, you need me to speak to, because I would love to come. But understand that you see she's in here eating cookies, and cookies cost. So I would definitely love to set something up and see what we can do. I would love to come down, because this summer is going to be a big summer for me. So whatever I can do to help, feel free. Guys, I got to run, because she'll stay up all night if I let her. It's time for her to go to bed, and then I got some work to do. And I think that's Tessa. I'll definitely check out your last scope. You have my word on that before the night's over. And but what you could do is send me, if you're on Facebook, KLBELVIN, send me an inbox so I can know who you are, so I can reach out, whatever, and just tell you what I thought about what I saw, and drop me your email. And this way, if I get your email, I can hit you back and just give you some feedback. Also, if you want private consultation on relationships or anything that has to do with school or the literary, what's the name, my rates are very, very affordable. I work an hour at a time, and we can set up some private chats on FaceTime or Google Hangouts or Skype, whichever one works for you. And we can actually sit down and I can help you with some things. But you have to let me know ahead of time so I can schedule it, because, like I said, grad school starts on Monday, and you will not see me as much on social media. I don't even know how much I'm going to scope other than to promote some of the things that I'm doing, because I really got to focus on getting this schoolwork done. But I'll definitely set up some private consultations on the weekends or whatever, if possible. So we'll see. Guys, got to run. Have a wonderful night. God bless. Thank you so much for the hearts, the love, and the sharing. Have a wonderful night. And